Kate Middleton's uncle, Gary Goldsmith, says his niece is getting the best care in the world, but he can't talk more about her health because of a code of etiquette. He was directly asked about her condition on last night's episode of Big Brother.
Can I ask you a question? Where's Kate?
So because she doesn't want to talk about it...
We can't talk about it.
The last thing I'm going to do is... There's the kind of code of etiquette. If it's announced, I'll give you an opinion.
I hope she's okay.
But I think the most important thing... Well, I know I spoke to her mum, my sister. She's getting the best care in the world. And all the family's done is put the wagons around and look after family first before anything else. But I do think they put a statement out. It just said, "We just take some time to recoup and we'll see you in Easter."
I've heard mixed things about Kate, and I don't want to make a comment, but whatever it is, do you want her to come back, or in one word?
Yeah, but she's amazing. She'll be back.
There's been huge speculation online about the state of the Princess of Wales's health after she underwent abdominal surgery earlier this year. She hasn't been seen in public since Christmas. Joining me now in the studio, TalkTV's royal correspondent Rupert Bell, and down the line, our royal editor Sarah Hewson. We'll start with Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. I have been watching Bunkle, the bad uncle, Gary Goldsmith. It's the first time I've laughed for weeks was when he fell out of bed last night, which was absolutely hilarious, with a colossal thump and a good view of his posterior and his tattoo and everything else. I mean, that really did make me laugh out loud, and I was quite glad to have done so. I don't know what you think about that conversation, whether you think really there's just not decorous to be talking about a woman who's unwell and recovering. You shouldn't be discussing it or responding to speculation about it on television for the delectation of the viewing public.
Yeah, I mean, I was laughing too, along with you, Vanessa, at that. But it is rather more difficult when it comes to discussing the royal family and discussing his niece, the Princess of Wales. And Uncle Gary, frankly, is singing like a canary, isn't he? Because the conversations just keep on happening. And as we just saw in that clip, Ekin-Su, one of his fellow contestants, asking him specifically, where is Kate? He didn't break the code of etiquette, as he called it, but he said he would give an opinion on it if any announcement was made by the palace. We've also heard from him about Harry and Meghan and throwing the royals under the bus. We've had him revealing that both he and Carole were multi-millionaires before they were 30, for example. I guess the only reason he's there is because he is the uncle of the Princess of Wales, and he keeps being asked about it. And actually, Ekin-Su in there and Fern Britton kind of doing the job of journalists and asking him specific questions, and he's not afraid to answer them.
Absolutely. Let me bring Rupert into this. I mean, Rupert, he's there because he's Kate's uncle. We know that. But I wonder whether you approve of that, whether you think that's kind of noble calling to kind of monetize it when he's already a very, very wealthy man, as he himself keeps telling everybody, a multimillionaire. So he's not doing it because he's on Skid Row and can't afford to buy himself dinner tomorrow night. So if he's not doing it for the money, what's he doing it for? Why is he there?
I wish he wasn't there, because again, it just adds to the level of speculation. While he's not said anything about her condition and what is wrong with her, the code of etiquette, as he put it, the fact that he's there, it just throws more spotlight on her, which she could probably do without.
Exactly.
Because inevitably, they're going to be probing away. They'll be hoping, and the celebrity Big Brother people, as you will know, will be hoping for a major slip-up from him, apart from just falling out of the bed.
Yeah.
They'll want some juicy comments, and we'll be getting sort of little bits here and there, and certainly the knife has been turned in a little bit on Meghan as well in his appearances so far. And they know, they are just loving it, the people making this programme, because they've got a juicy soundbite. While, yes, the other celebrities are offering something, they're not offering something as good, even if it's sort of a code of etiquette-shrouded statement, than he is.
Yes, I don't know what you thought, Sarah. I know what I thought when he said she's getting the best care in the world. My view, I thought that was somehow kind of embroidering and increasing the impact and the speculation. I mean, if he just said she's being beautifully looked after, or she's had excellent treatment, very good care, that's one thing. But when he said the best care in the world, I thought it ramped up the whole thing and made whatever is wrong with Kate seem even more serious than it might be already. That's what I thought. What did you think?
Well, on the one hand, it's reassuring that she's getting the best possible care in the world, but we'd expect that, wouldn't we, for the future Queen, that they certainly wouldn't be holding back on that. But I do agree with you. Any talk from him is increasing the speculation, increasing the concern about what is it that is wrong with her. How is she? I mean, he did say, yes, she'll be back. I'm certain of that, which is good news, of course. And we have seen that photograph of her published in the United States this week, out and about with her mother, Carole, which is also reassuring news. But the fact is, he is talking about it. It is difficult. It is increasing the headlines around the Princess of Wales when she wants to be recuperating quietly in private and just getting on with that. And there is her uncle talking about her private health matters on national television.
I've got to say, I think it's really awful. I really do. Now, I'm on the
royal
spot
family
here.
will be
I think
hoping
it
might not
utterly
last
sucks.
much longer.
I think it's terrible. Imagine being ill, imagine being convalescing, imagine having your flipping uncle on television talking about you. And I imagine, though, the thing that really is probably a relief to the Waleses is that I bet he doesn't know much about them at all. I bet they kept him at arm's length. I don't suppose he has a lot of inner insight to disclose, do you, even if he gets drunk or whatever?
Well, no, I believe you hope not, because it would be very unfair on Kate when the whole point is they tried to keep her privacy to enable her to have the space to, as we expect, to come back in mid-April after Easter to resume her duties. So the whole thing just is unedifying. It should be slightly better of an uncle of a future Queen to think that he needs to demean himself. It may be a socking great big paycheck for him to appear on the programme, but is it worth it in the long run? That would be my take.
I don't know. And Sarah, I wonder what you thought of Sharon Osbourne of this parish, you know, our friend and colleague, saying, I thought, with great perspicacity, actually, when he said, yes, well, I'm really just here because I want to correct the public perception of me. And the public perception is no one's really heard of him and no one cares less about him, really. And she said, I don't believe you. Why is it that I don't believe you? I thought, go on, Sharon. Excellent response.
Yes, and he talked about wanting to change people's perceptions of him rather than being the black sheep. He wanted to show them who he really was, and yet he's introduced himself as the bunkle, the bad uncle, hasn't he? But and I think on your point, Vanessa, about how much insight he really has, I tend to agree with you. I think a lot of his comments really, that insight that he's purporting to have could have been gleaned from reading a tabloid newspaper. I don't know that really Uncle Gary is being trusted with the family secrets. Yes, he said that he'd phoned his sister, Carole, and he'd spoken to her when the Princess of Wales was first ill. But he admitted that he doesn't speak to Kate because he finds it so difficult to get hold of her. She's so busy. So I don't think he has real, genuine insight here. And, you know, Sharon Osbourne saying that he's a sort of a fish out of water. He's very uncomfortable in this scenario. He's not a celebrity. It's not his world. And therefore putting him up for nomination for eviction. And I think the Middleton family and the Waleses will probably be hoping that he is first one out, and that's an end to this rather embarrassing, unedifying saga for them.
Absolutely. I mean, some people, Rupert, will be thinking you just couldn't make this up, could you really? The future Queen's uncle on Big Brother. People would just think, how can this even be happening? It's so extraordinary.
Well, it's a reflection of probably the era we live in now. I mean, you think the uncles of future Queens of England would barely want to be seen in public at all. Craving the publicity, cashing in on your status by just then to the fact that your sister's daughter is married to the future king. OK, it's a pretty good one, but it doesn't mean that you need to go on mainstream television and start being the main focus of attention when it's been a difficult start to the year. Leave them in peace to recover, get on with it, and then regroup. But this just makes it probably a little bit harder and annoying because maybe they want to sit down and watch the television and then think, oh, no, we can't watch it tonight because Bunkle's doing his thing.
I wonder if they do watch it. I wonder if they don't. It would be absolute torture watching it, wouldn't it? Thank you both very much indeed. Good to see you.